Hello, hello. I wanted to get in another chapter today just because I have been so behind in reading to you guys. So, I am reading the chapter titled Ami Means Friend. Psst, Eva, here I am. Remember me? Eva rubs her eyes. Where am I? She asks in a hoarse voice. Here, at the foot of your bed. That's where I am. She looks in the direction of the voice and sees curtains that are unfamiliar to her. Then she sees a painting that is familiar. How did their own little clown end up here in this strange room? Whose bed is she in? She sees something move above the foot of the brown wooden bed. Brown wooden bed. Sorry. No, she shouts. It can't be. You're not freaky. We left him on the train when we went into hiding. Go away. May I introduce myself? I'm Freaky the Second. My nickname is Freaky too. The puppet has risen high above the bed. Who is moving you? She asks. Our Freaky usually spoke in Lisa's voice, but you are speaking in a man's voice. Where is Lisa? Lisa's sleeping in my master's bed, Freaky 2 answers. She'll awaken when the sleeping pill is worn off. Eva sees colors dancing around the doll, resembling the colors of the rainbow. Bright red, orange, yellow. A man is floating among the colors. Are you all right? He asks. Do you remember who I am? She tries to look at the man, but she can't. Her eyes keep closing. Remember me? She attempts to focus upon him again. Are you right? I'm Amici Infanti, clown, puppeteer, puppet maker, and so on and so forth. From now on, you call me Mr. Ami. Oh, thank goodness his name's so long. Amici Infanti is too long. You guys, I did not know the next sentence was about to say that. That's funny. It is too long. Ami means friend in French, and that's what I want to be. Your friend who protects you from the evil outside world. He smiles. Bilthoven, 1939. Remember? You spent your vacation next door, in the house belonging to Mr. Vanderklein, the principal of the school. You certainly must remember that I made the doll Freaky, and that I painted the clown portrait, my self-portrait. I see to my great delight that you've kept the painting. Look, it's hanging over there. Henny told me what happened to your Freaky. The colors keep dancing around Mr. Ami's head. His voice sounds so far away. We're still in end sheet, aren't we? Where's Lisa? asks Eva. She tries to climb out of bed. No, dear. You're in Bilthoven now. Don't get up. Henny brought you here in an ambulance. Your sister is still sleeping. He pats her on the head. Sleep, he whispers. You're safe here. Go back to sleep. Freaky is in the train. When we don't talk, go to sleep. Let the sleeping pill wear off. We're now called Marie Jeanne and Marie Louise Dutour. Not here. You'll be called Eva Zilverstein in this house. You'll get your real name back. That Henny certainly must have given you something very strong. They were pink. Little pink tablets that look like candy and sleep. Go to sleep, Frankie 2 whispers. My master and I will watch over you. There won't be any Germans entering here, or bad Dutchmen either. We only allow good people inside. But what if the Nazis come? That won't happen. Puppeteers have magic powers. You knew that even before the war began, didn't you? A small wooden hand touches her eyelids. Shh. Sleep, whispers Freaky 2. Yesterday, it seemed as though Lisa would sleep forever. Eva spent a long time sitting next to the bed in Mr. Ami's bedroom. Lisa looked so white and lay so still that Eva had to touch her to make sure she was still alive. Fortunately, Lisa began to move then. She rubbed her eyes and asked, What time is it, Big Mai? We're no longer at Big Mai's house, Eva explained. Remember the ambulance and the pink pills? No. Lisa closed her eyes and went back to sleep. She's wide awake now, thank goodness. But she still thinks that she's at Big Mai's house and only dreaming that she's with Mr. Ami in Bilthoven. Pinch your arm or your cheek, Mr. Ami said. Then you'll know it's not a dream. How did we end up here? Henny contacted me at your mother's request. I was very happy that I could do something for you. When do we have to leave? My dear Eva, you may stay here until the war is over. That's what Skinny Rhinus said too. You may stay here, even if it's for the rest of your lives, he said. But we don't want to do that, do we, Lisa? Mr. Ami picks up Freaky too. Of course not, replies the puppet. When the war is over, I'll go home with you. We don't know yet where that home will be, do we? We don't have anything. No bed, no books, no furnace, no... As long as you're alive, says Mr. Ami soberly, that is the most important thing. When I heard about Freaky the First, I felt so bad for you that I made a Freaky 2 right away. I promised to bring him to reach Switch after the war. The war isn't even over yet, and he's already with you. Take him, Lisa. Lisa picks up the puppet. Do you have a hiding place for us? She asks. No, you'll go to your bedroom when strangers are here. If it becomes very, very necessary, you'll go to the cellar. You must mean if there's a roundup, said Freaky 2 in Lisa's voice. And what is a belly floor cellar? Mr. Ami bursts out laughing. Not a belly floor cellar, but a belly floor. Just kidding, I don't know if that's how you say it. Cellar. A belly floor cellar, belly floor is a type of apple. I keep apples in my belly floor cellar, and grain, potatoes, candles, and much more. You never know if there'll be enough food or light. And what happens when it's all gone? Asked Freaky 2. Then we'll see. Now relax. You're much too young to be having so many worries. That's right, isn't it? Exclaims Leva, stroking Freaky's little nose. You've just been born. You're really just a baby. He's no baby, says Mr. Ami, and he smiles. His head is made from old wood, and his hands too. That's why he says such wise things. As a matter of fact, he's older than any of us. It will be difficult to stay here, Lisa comments. What are we going to do every day? I've read 1,000 books already, and I've knit 1,000,000 socks. And we've played I Spy 80,000 times, Eva adds. Whoever wants to may help me, Mr. Ami replies. I'll keep making dolls and doll clothes as long as my wood supply lasts. And I'll put on puppet shows as long as I can. In these times, it's even more important to keep the shows going. I think so too, says Freaky 2. It's a shame that Eva and Lisa can't be downstairs at the show. Maybe a hole can be drilled in their bedroom floor, just as there was at Skinny Rhinus's house. A hole in the floor? Mr. Ami looks at Lisa in surprise. What do you mean, Freaky 2? I mean that a hole allowed them to be downstairs in a way. Lisa told me all about Big Mai and Skinny Rhinus, the puppet answers. They really can be downstairs if they want, Freaky 2. Eva and Lisa Silverstein may attend the very first show, presented by their friend, Amici Infanti. Presented by their friend, Mr. Ami. No, says Eva. I don't want to come. A boy betrayed Big Mai and Skinny Rhinus by telling the Germans that antique weapons were hanging on their wall. That's why we have to leave. I'll stay upstairs when children are here. So will I, says Lisa. Mr. Ami extends his hand. Give it here, he tells Lisa. Give Freaky 2 to me. Don't be so afraid, says the puppet in a deep voice. As an authority on children and adults, my master has thought of a way for you to be present at the show. But we don't dare, Freaky 2, Lisa whispers. I know. First comes trust, then your fears will fade away. What kind of plan does your master have in mind? I'll tell you later. Here, catch me, Lisa. Freaky 2 flies through the air. Lisa tries to catch him, but she misses. Ouch, the puppet yells. My head! My poor head! Lisa is so startled by Mr. Ami's outburst that she puts her fingers in her ears. She removes them, only when she sees that he stops shouting. I apologize, says Mr. Ami. I was very loud, wasn't I? How stupid of me. It wasn't stupid at all, said Eva. I used to be able to shout much, much louder than you. And that's the end of the chapter. And the next chapter is, oh my gosh, titled Pimpinellipoli. Pimpinellipoli. Oh my goodness. I know it makes it backwards, but just look at how long this word is. So I am going to take a break and I will read this one tomorrow, just because the word is so long and I'm already kind of cuckoo right now and can't read words. So I want to be able to actually read to you guys instead of saying gibberish. But we have just a little bit left. So just a few chapters left. And personally, I'm really hoping that this book ends with a happy ending, just because it hasn't always been the happiest, but it's definitely been full of adventure and I've learned some new things, so I hope you have too. I hope you guys are having a great day. I believe today is, honestly, I have no idea what day of the week it is. My watch died a while ago. So whatever day it is, I hope it's a great day, and I can't wait to keep reading to you guys. Bye.